Next up, Jeepers Creepers versus Fright Night. I think I'll slightly lean towards Fright Night. But for me, they're both pretty close, I think. I think Jeepers Creepers builds a lot of really good suspense, especially earlier on in the film. But with Fright Night, I mean, you really can't go wrong with that movie.
Yeah, I think Fright Night's among like one of my I would say top 5 vampire movies. So it's pretty good. And Jeepers Creepers is good too. I'm not wild about like the last 20 or so minutes, but I do think it does really well in the first like hour or so. I
Yeah.
mean, both movies are pretty good, but yeah, Fright Night I think just has the edge.
Well, Fright Night is probably my favorite vampire movie, but I'm just not into vampires all that much. So I don't like love the shit out of it, but I really do enjoy it. So, yeah. End of the Line from 2007 versus Henry from 1986. Hells yeah. So, if people didn't watch any of our previous videos, we did talk a little bit about End of the Line. I think it's fantastic, especially for such a low-budget movie. I know you like it. I don't know exactly where your stance is on it, but the fact that we both pick it over Henry must mean it's pretty damn good.
And I'll just say, I think Under the Line's a pretty good movie. It's out of that Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. Is it the most? It's not fun. Like it's a well-made movie, certainly a classic, but it's not necessarily enjoyable to watch. So that also sort of plays into why I so easily went with Under the Line.
Yeah. And End of the Line, it's got some awesome jump scares, I think, at the beginning of the movie, but it doesn't rely on the jump scares. So, yeah, it's great. If you haven't seen End of the Line, go watch it. It's really good. All right, next up, the original Child's Play versus Wicked Little Things, which I think is also known as Zombie in some places. Now, I will say, I have not seen Wicked Little Things, so I have no idea how good or bad it is. However, Child's Play is my all-time favorite movie, so
There's a reason he's called Chucky. So
yeah, there's absolutely no reason for me to believe there is a universe that exists in which I would pick Wicked Little Things over Child's Play.
although could not Chucky count as a wicked little thing?
Let's just move on. Oh yeah, straight away. We got Jason X here versus Devil from 2010. And yeah, I love Jason X. We talked a little bit about it last time. I think it's actually the best Jason movie. I don't know where it falls for you, but you have picked it over Devil, so why is that?
My thing is, I think Dark was a decent movie the first time through, but rewatchability, I'm not sure it's a movie that has that much to offer. Whereas, no, I haven't seen Jason X in probably like 15 or 16 years. It's been a really long time since I've seen it. But I do think it's probably a lot more consistently entertaining, even upon rewatches than Dava could be.
Yeah. I actually saw Devil in theaters, and yeah, it is a decent movie. And you're right, the replayability, it's one of those movies you probably don't want to watch too often. I just remember that one scene from the movie where the security guard flips the toast with jelly on it or whatever, and it falls, like, he says something like, if it falls on the jelly side, that means, like, the devil is around. It's so stupid. I mean, can't a piece of toast with jelly just fall on the wrong side sometimes?
Well, in fact, it makes sense because the gravity would, like, that would be a heavier side, so it's going to be
Yeah,
pulling down. So
yeah. So chances are it's going to fall on that side anyways.
but you are expecting like the heavily religious people to actually think, and I think that might be your flaw. So
Yeah. Oh well.
you can send any hate mail to Jiggy.
Yeah. So either way, Devil, not a bad movie. Jason X is a lot more fun. Ooh, okay. Uh, well, I kind of explained this last time. I actually do like Carrie too. I think I actually enjoy that movie. Uh, but even if I didn't like it a lot, I'd still probably pick it just because I'm not a huge fan of the 60s. I understand Night of the Living Dead is a classic, but I just, yeah, I just can't get into those older movies like that.
Yeah, I say Night of the Living Dead can be a little bit on the sluggish side. It's not even a movie I particularly love, but I do think it like the Rage Carrie 2 I think is decent, it's okay. But I just can't justify myself into picking it,
Yeah.
which
Well,
isn't really a ringing endorsement for Night of the Living Dead, but I have to save face somehow.
it was great that we got to a disagreement. It's just one that I can't fight too hard over because my reasons for picking one over the other is pretty much just because of the decade.
Well, you saw how long my delay was, so I actually had to think about it, which might shock some people, but hey,
Because you
I'm only
love
human.
Carrie too.
I think it's decent, but yeah, it's one of the things I don't love either movie, so have to do what I can.
All right, Slaughterhouse from 1987 versus It from 1990. Very easy choice for me. Because I understand it's a mini series, but I'm just going to call it a movie for the sake of this. But it is one of my top 3 favorite movies of all time. And Slaughterhouse is. It's okay. Like, I can watch it. I think last time I said it's a bit of a slog to get through that movie, though. Uh, but yeah, it is fantastic for me. I still get goosebumps when I watch that shit.
Yeah, and I can just say on my part, I think it is a very flawed miniseries. I'm a big fan of the book, whereas to my knowledge, Chucky probably still hasn't read it, and probably never will. Um,
You're right.
I- yeah, so I think it's flawed, but it's also a movie that I happened to grow up on. Like my father watched it. In fact, we used to rent it from like video stores, like on
Hell
like
yeah.
2 VHS tapes. So I literally that's like one of the movies in my childhood that got me into the genre. So even though it's a flawed movie, I still have a deep nostalgic feel for it. And like Slaughterhouse is okay, but it's honest. Well, there's no competition.
Yeah. Speaking of, you mentioned that when you'd rent it out from the video store, it would have 2 tapes. Uh, in Australia, it only had 1 tape. And here's a funny quick story. So I would rent that out, I would watch it, I would love it. And it wasn't until the DVD came out that I realized the VHS that I'd been watching didn't have everything in it. So it was missing certain scenes. Like, for instance, it was missing the scene where Georgie goes into the basement, just before he gets killed. That's missing. The scene where Pennywise attacks the Henry in the mental hospital, that was missing. Where he's got like the dog head. There were multiple things missing from that VHS, and I don't know why. I'm guessing maybe they just trimmed it so they could like fit it all onto one tape. But yeah, so when I got that DVD, it was a huge surprise that there was extra stuff in it. So it was really fun to see what was missing from those tapes.
I was gonna say, if it's already a movie you really enjoyed, has to be a nice feeling to see extra stuff thrown in.
Hells yeah, yeah. I almost jizzed. Were you about to say something?
I was just gonna say, like, comment, and subscribe, Russ.
Yeah, do all the usual YouTube bullshit.
Notifications, dude. It's really
Yeah.
fun.
Smash that like button.